I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up I was born and raised on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm from the Caribbean. And when I was about 5 or 6, I discovered that I could sing. And I'm not quite sure exactly when that realization came to me, but I know it came to me when I was in church. And so I began to sing. I used to look forward to song service. I would sing to the top of my lungs, and I was told that you could hear me above the organ, above the piano, above everything. But my young friends, they didn't really appreciate me as much as some of the older folks would. And so, they began to tease me. And so I decided, well, I'm not going to sing as much. Or maybe I wouldn't sing at all. So on some Sabbaths, some of the older members would come to me and they would say, Brother Peter, why didn't we hear you in church today? And I would say, I was singing bass. So that sort of ended my singing for quite some time. And then I went to high school. And while I was there, I, on a whim, decided to sing at the Christmas concert. And it was like, wow, I discovered, this voice that had been sleeping for so long. It's here again. I can really do this. And then I started noticing, wow, whenever I sing, that the girls would pay attention. And when you're 16, that's a big deal, in case you've forgotten. Big deal when you're 16. And so I began to sing now for the wrong reasons. And I began singing in the nightclubs on the island, and I would still go to church and sing there from time to time, but I would sing in the nightclubs on the island. And then I moved to Miami, Florida to go to school, and I started, playing in a band, of course, continuing the music. But from time to time, those old songs that I would sing in church would come back to my memory. So some nights, I would be riding home from the club really late at night, and songs like, "All the way my Savior leads me" would come to mind. Just something about those old songs. I'm a songwriter. I'm not trying to knock contemporary music so much, but there's something about the hymns that the contemporary songs just don't seem to measure up to for some reason. They're timeless. And so it was those old songs that would come to my mind, and I want to sing one of those old songs for you this evening. I like to call this my love song to Jesus. So my prayer is that as I sing the song, you just worship God with me. Remember, He's our audience. We're here to worship Him. So think about His goodness as we worship and as I sing this song.